Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I would like to give a special thanks to Lorenzo Ford for providing with the Ford Expedition Max. If you're in the market for a Ford, you can come check out Lorenzo Ford and ask for Gene. He will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about the Expedition Max right behind me here. This is the King Ranch edition here. As you guys can see, I love the exterior styling here of the 2021 Ford Expedition Max. Ford did update the Expedition for 2022. So they basically changed the headlight housing. Also, they changed the interior. So now you get a 15.5-inch display, which is basically shared from the Ford Mustang Mach-E. So very large infotainment system. Is also best in class. But looking here at these headlights here, they're full LED with this LED daytime running light, which is a C-shaped design. There's also this LED turn signal here. And looking down here, my model also comes with these LED fog lights here with some chrome accents. Very nice headlight designs here. There's also that carpet-like finish here in the grille, which looks really nice to signify that you have King Ranch edition. And there's this chrome bar here in the grille. There's also this large Ford emblem here with a front-facing camera because my model does have that top-down 360 view here. But stepping away from the Expedition here, there's also front parking sensors and more of that carpet-like accents here at the lower part of the fascia. But I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section and tell what you guys think about the 2021 Ford Expedition Max King Ranch edition. But looking at the side profile, the wheelbase here is at 131.6 inches with an overall length of 221.6. So very large vehicle here. I just showed you guys a short wheelbase version of the Expedition, but it was a limited trim. This is a King Ranch edition here, which is really nice. We'll talk about the interior in a few moments. Looking at these tires and wheels here, these are a 285/45 Scorpion tire. They're wrapped in this 22-inch rim design. I also love the rim design. It looks really nice here with the white exterior paint, also with the carpet-like accents. And there's this large King Ranch badge here, and it says established in 1853. So very large badging here on the side fender. It's also this LED side mirror cap here. And looking up top, Ford does offer this large panoramic sunroof. It does let light into the cabin, and there's also these roof rails here, and you can tie some stuff up on top of the Expedition if you would like. And my model does come with these running boards down here, so you guys have smaller children, they can access the second and third row very easily. But making our way to the rear here of the Expedition, looking at these taillights here, they're full LED design with the LED turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. And there's this chrome trim here, which has the Expedition name spelled out. And there's the Ford emblem, also with this rear wiper here, and the third brake light lives up top. And of course, there's a backup camera, and there's the King Ranch badge again. And there is rear parking sensors with more of that carpet-like finish here at the lower part of the fascia. And looking down here, once you remove this plastic piece here, Ford says you can tow around 9,000 pounds properly equipped. And there is the Max badge here to signify that you have the longer wheelbase here of the Expedition. But open up the cargo bag here. Oh, once you open up the cargo, Ford says you get around 36 cubic feet of space, which is very impressive cubic feet of space here. Once you fold down all the seats, that expands the cargo to 121.4 cubic feet of space. And underneath here, Ford does give you some underfloor storage, so you can probably put some wet items. There's also some more storage compartments here, so it was basically divided, which is really nice. So you can put some wet items or some dry items just in case you took your family to the beach. And you can lower down the second and third row via these controls here. And there's a 12-volt back here. But overall, let's hop into the interior of the Ford Expedition Max. Sitting inside the interior of the Ford Expedition Max King Ranch edition, looking at this interior here, I love this interior with the brown, also with the black and chrome accents here. Very nice interior. And keep in mind, Ford did show the new 2022 Ford Expedition that offers a different trim level, also with a larger infotainment system, which is a 15.5-inch display, which is borrowed from the Ford Mustang Mach-E. But reaching over here to shut the door of the Expedition here, the materials here gonna be a nice soft touch material with the nice brown stitching here. The window controls feels very nice, high quality. It is auto up, auto down for all 4 windows. There's 3-person memory seats here. There's also your mirror controls and lock controls there. I love the chrome accents here on the door panel. Very nice area here to rest your elbows. Very unique door handle, just like on the Ford F-150. The speaker system sounds really good in this model as well. There's some additional storage and cup holder space. You can fold down the third headrest via this button here, and also open up the trunk. Very large air vents here. There's your headlight controls here. There's electronic parking brake, and you can adjust the pedals here. If you're short like myself, you can bring them towards you or away from you if you would like. And this is a power tilt and telescoping wheel. I love the brown leather wrap steering wheel here with the nice brown stitching. Very nice stitching. Looking here at this display here, there's these analog gauges here. There is this LED display front and center. You can customize it using this pad here to show you different stuff like your towing status, your vehicle information, your trip computer, also my view. So you can customize the screen to your liking. Over here is for the adaptive cruise control, your voice controls over here, and also the volume controls. The Ford emblem here is on the airbag cover. Chunky steering wheel here to hold in your hand. So really good steering wheel. Looking at the materials on the dashboard, nice leather material on the dash, also with a very nice stitching here. There's some storage space here, so you can put your phone and whatnot in there. Looking at this infotainment system, like I mentioned, for the updated version of the Expedition, you get a 15.5-inch display and also a 12-inch display if you guys go for a lower trim, which is really nice. This is your trailer backup control here. So you guys have a trailer hitch, you can either back it up left or right via this control here. There's your trailer brake control down here, also with your gang function. Looking over here, there's going to be dual climate control, also with 3 level heated and cooled seats for the driver and passenger. Very big knobs here for the volume and tune. Looking at the infotainment system, like I mentioned, this is an 8-inch display. Very nice, very snappy system here. Going here to the Ford interface, this is a Sync 3. If you guys go for the updated version of the Expedition, you will get the Sync 4. So basically Ford will push over the air updates for that infotainment system. Over is for the traction control, the hazard switch, lane keep assist, the automatic start stop, and you can access the camera via this button here. Once you press that, it does reveal a top-down 360 view and also a front view as well. So really good technology in the Expedition here. Looking over here is going to be 2 cup holders. This housed a 10-speed automatic transmission. My iPhone 12 Pro Max does fit in the wireless phone charger there. There's your drive mode selector here, which shows you normal, snow and wet, tow haul mode, sport, and eco. So there's 5 different drive modes here in the Expedition. You can also cycle through the gears via this the buttons down here. Nice wood trim here in the center console. You can parallel and perpendicular park this vehicle. That's also your parking sensors here. I love the nice stitching here. It's going to be padded down here. There's also some storage space on the side. I love this W-like stitching here. It looks really nice, very high quality materials that Ford uses here on the center armrest. Open up this, it does reveal a large storage, and you can remove this tray just in case you want to put a laptop or even your purse in here. And there's also a 12 volt in there as well. The seats in here, very supportive, very comfortable seats. They're for a person with a wider frame. Love the piping and stitching that the King Ranch offers here. Like I mentioned, they're 3 level heated and cooled seats. Looking here, there's going to be a 2-tier storage. Nice chrome accents here on the glove compartment. Open up this, it does reveal a 2-tier storage as well. So plenty of storage space here in the Expedition. There's also a 12 volt right here. The materials on the dash, really nice leather materials. Up top, there's going to be LED lights throughout the cabin. There's also a sunglass holder here, and the 3-car garage remote is right there. And looking at this large panoramic sunroof, it does let light into this cabin, but unfortunately, it does not go into the actual 3rd row. And there's also 2 cup holders here. But overall, very impressed with the King Ranch Edition model here of the Expedition. But let's hop into the 2nd and 3rd row. Getting into the 2nd and 3rd row here, the Ford Expedition Max. Open up the door here. As you guys can see here, the door opens nice and wide. So you guys have any small children, they can access the 2nd and 3rd row. My model also has these power running boards down here, so it can help them get into this big old SUV here. But getting into the 2nd row here of the Expedition, looking here, as you guys can see, my model does have these captain's chairs. They feel very plush and very comfortable, and I do have a lot of headroom here, even with this large panoramic sunroof cutout. It does let a lot of light into this cabin here. But looking down here, Ford says you get around 42.9 inches of legroom here in the 2nd row of the Expedition. There's 2 mount pockets back here for storage. There's also 2 cup holders here with some nice chrome trim, and it's also this little display down here, so you can change the radio station from back here if you would like. There's your own set of climate controls back here. There's a Type-C with the USB port, and there's also 2 level heated seats. I'm surprised that Ford didn't go with cool seats. Maybe for the updated version of the Expedition, they might offer cool seats for the 2nd row. Open up this, it does reveal a household outlet. And above me, like I mentioned, very large panoramic sunroof here, but it does not go into the actual 3rd row. Like I mentioned, the seats are very plush and very comfortable. I love the nice piping and stitching here, and I love this W design here that you get in the actual seats. Very nice high quality seats here that Ford offers. But looking at the door panel of the Expedition here, it's going to be a carryover materials from the front. Very nice high quality materials. I love the chrome trim here on the actual door panel. It's going to be additional storage and cup holder space down there. But let's get into the 3rd row. Ford makes it very simple to get into the 3rd row. Just grab this handle up here, and as you guys can see, the seat will lift up and just basically push it out of its way, and it does reveal a large aisleway to get into the 3rd row. But getting back here, as you guys can see, I'm going to sit on this side here, and as you guys can see, plenty of foot space underneath this 2nd row here. Ford says you get around 40.9 inches of legroom back here in the 3rd row of the Expedition, which is class competitive, if I'm not mistaken. And it's also this power feature here, so you can recline the 3rd row if you would like, which is a really nice feature. I think the GM twins don't even offer a power reclined 3rd row. That's additional storage and cup holder space, also with the USB port. You get the same materials and the same cup holder space and USB port on this side of the vehicle. Up top is going to be the air vents And it's going to be LED lights back here, which is a nice touch. But overall, I'm very comfortable back here in the second and third row of the Ford Expedition. If you guys are looking for something that offers a lot of legroom and a lot of space, I think the Expedition Max is a really good choice. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Ford Expedition Max. Here, open up the hood here of the Expedition. This uses Ford's 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. This powertrain here produces 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. This is paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy for this V6 here is rated at 17 in the city, 23 on the highway, and 19 combined. If you guys go for the Platinum model, Ford would increase the horsepower to 400 horsepower and increase the torque to 480 pound-feet of torque. So if you guys want more horsepower and more torque, I would just recommend going for the actual Platinum trim in order to get the horsepower and torque increase. As the Expedition sits here, it weighs around 5,500 pounds. So this thing is pretty heavy here, and this can tow to 9,000 pounds, Ford says, properly equipped. Hello? Hey, let me call you back in like 2 minutes. Okay. So starting off from the Ford Expedition Max, I did a limited review on the Expedition, but that was a short wheelbase. This one is longer compared to that short wheelbase version. You get more cargo space in the back if you guys truly need the space. So this competes with like a Chevy Suburban, also the Lincoln Navigator, long wheelbase as well. This has Ford's 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. This powertrain makes 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. If you guys go for the Platinum model, it's going to make 400 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. So if you guys are looking for more horsepower and more torque, I would just recommend going for the Platinum trim. But the King Ranch here looks really nice. You have this 8-inch display here. Ford, they showed the updated version of the Expedition. You have a 15.5-inch display, which is borrowed from the Ford Mustang Mach-E. Me personally, if you guys like larger screens, I think you guys should just go for that 15.5-inch display. And the twin turbo here, it gets up to speed really quickly. Really nice powertrain, very durable powertrain. This is also paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. Great visibility out of the Expedition here. Large side mirrors. This also has Ford's driver's assistance, which includes forward collision warning with blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist with emergency braking. So really good driver's assistance here from Ford. Of course, you guys are gonna know that most manufacturers are offering really good driver's assistance nowadays. But the ride quality here is really good. This also has an independent rear suspension. I think Ford was the first one to introduce the independent suspension in the full body on frame large SUVs here. And of course, the GM twins, they finally got an independent rear suspension. So if you guys are looking for something that's very comfortable and very durable for over the years, I think the Expedition is a really nice pick here. The materials, of course, very nice materials, like I mentioned, from the inside scene. I love this brown interior with the black, also with the chrome accents. Very large panoramic sunroof here to let light into the cabin. But just sitting here at a red light, the cabin is extremely quiet. I don't even hear the outside noise, anything. So Ford did some really good sound deadening materials here in the Expedition Max. Like I mentioned, you're gonna buy this vehicle because you guys want to have maximum cargo to put a lot of stuff in the cargo area. Once you fold down all the seats, you get around 121 cubic feet of space. So a lot of cubic feet of space here in the Expedition Max. And also you can fit your family in here and put their stuff in the cargo area as well. Because like I mentioned, you buy the Max version for full capacity for the cargo. The turning radius here in the Expedition, this thing is freaking huge and it turns really good. But to get up to speed here, it's really good. The powertrain is very quiet if you guys are not basically putting your foot to the throttle really hard. Very quiet powertrain here, and the ride quality here, going over these harsh pavements here, really soft, very compliant. The seats in here, they're very supportive and very comfortable. I have the 3-level cool seats on because it's like 100 degrees outside and they work freaking fantastic. Some of the other competitors in the segment that I tested, the cool seats do not work as well as on the Expedition here, but they blow really cold air, which I like to keep me cold, especially on a hot day like today. Starting price here for the Ford Expedition King Ranch is at $75,335 with the options and accessories including destination. The Ford Expedition King Ranch here stickers for $78,745. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next review.